What is going on, Madam Sarah? Your blood pressure has increased.
I've been feeling a bit uneasy in my relationship lately. I'm not sure if I'm just overthinking things, but something doesn't feel right.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. What's been going on? Any specific issues?
Well, it's hard to put my finger on it, but there are these moments when I feel like I'm being manipulated or controlled. It's subtle, but it's there.
That sounds concerning. Have you noticed any other warning signs? Trust your instincts.
Yeah, there's also a lack of communication. When I bring up my concerns, it's either brushed off, or we end up arguing without resolving anything.
Communication is key, and if that's lacking, it's definitely a red flag. What about your own feelings? Are you happy and fulfilled in the relationship?
Honestly, not as much as I used to be. I find myself questioning things and wondering if this is a healthy relationship.
It's crucial to pay attention to your own happiness. If there's doubt and unhappiness, those are significant warning signs. What about trust? Do you feel a sense of trust with your partner?
Trust has been eroding too. There have been instances that make me question the honesty and faithfulness.
Trust issues can be detrimental to a relationship. It's important to have open and honest conversations about these concerns. And if you've tried, but it's not working, it might be worth considering your well-being.
Yeah, I guess I've been avoiding facing the truth. It's just hard to admit when things aren't working out.
I get that. It's tough, but recognizing these warning signs early on is crucial. You deserve a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Sometimes, knowing when to walk away is an act of self-love.
You're right. I appreciate your support. I think it's time for an honest conversation with my partner and some serious reflection on where this is headed.
I've been having some doubts about my friendship with Sarah. Lately, things just don't feel quite right.
Oh no, really? What's been going on?
It's hard to pinpoint, but there are moments when I feel like my opinions are dismissed or belittled. It's subtle, but it's bothering me.
That does sound concerning. Have you noticed any other red flags?
Well, there's also a lack of reciprocity. I find myself always making an effort to stay connected, but it doesn't feel mutual. I'm starting to question the balance in our friendship.
True friendships should feel reciprocal. It's not fair if one person is doing all the emotional heavy lifting. Any other signs that bother you?
Communication is another issue. When I try to express my feelings or concerns, it's often met with defensive or avoidance. It's becoming challenging to have an open dialogue.
Open communication is so important in friendships. If that's lacking, it could definitely be a red flag. How about trust? Do you feel like you can trust Sarah?
Trust has been shaky too. There have been instances where I felt betrayed or like my confidence was broken.
Trust is the foundation of any friendship. If that's breaking down, it's a significant red flag. Have you considered talking to Sarah about these concerns?
I've been hesitant, but I think it's time. It's just hard to confront someone you care about.
I understand. Honest conversations can be tough, but they are crucial for the health of the relationship. Your feelings are valid, and it's okay to address them.
You're right. I need to prioritize my own well-being. Thanks for listening and offering some perspective.
Of course, anytime. Friendships should uplift and support you. If it's causing more stress than joy, it might be worth reevaluating.
Sincerely, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I'm starting to wonder if it's time for me to walk away from my relationship with Sarah. Things just don't seem to be improving. It's a combination of things. There's been a lack of trust, constant arguments without resolutions, and I just don't feel the same level of happiness and fulfillment anymore.
Trust and communication are crucial in a relationship. Have you tried talking to Mark about these concerns?
I have, but it feels like we're stuck in a cycle. We talk, argue, but nothing really changes. It's exhausting.
That does sound draining. Have you considered seeking professional help, like couples counseling?
I've thought about it, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'm starting to question if it's healthier for both of us to go our separate ways.
It's a tough decision, but sometimes walking away is an act of self-love. Have you evaluated your own happiness and well-being in the relationship?
I have, and I don't feel the same joy and contentment that I used to. I'm starting to feel like I'm compromising too much.
Your happiness is crucial. If the relationship is causing more stress than joy, it might be worth considering walking away. What about your future goals and values? Do they align with Sarah's?
Not as much as they used to. We've grown in different directions, and it's becoming more apparent.
It sounds like you've given this a lot of thought. Trust your instincts, and if the relationship isn't aligning with your values and goals, it might be time to prioritize your own well-being.
Yeah, you're right. It's a tough decision, but I think it's time to have an honest conversation with Sarah and seriously consider what's best for both of us.
I'm here for you, and I support whatever decision you make. Your happiness and well-being matter the most. I'm in a hurry. Please let's meet tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks for yesterday.
You're welcome. Here are some common signs of toxicity in relationships. Constant criticism. If someone is consistently putting you down, criticizing you, or belittling your achievements, it's a sign of toxicity. Manipulation. Manipulative behavior, where someone tries to control or influence you in a way that is not healthy, is a clear red flag. Lack of empathy. If the person consistently shows a lack of empathy and doesn't understand or care about your feelings, it's a concerning sign. Excessive control. A toxic person may attempt to control various aspects of your life, from your friendships to your choices and decisions. Frequent arguments without resolution. Constant arguing without resolution can be a sign of a toxic relationship. Healthy relationships involve constructive communication and conflict resolution. Gaslighting. This involves making you doubt your own thoughts, feelings, or perceptions. It's a form of emotional manipulation that can be very damaging. Jealousy and possessiveness. If someone is overly jealous, possessive, or tries to isolate you from friends and family, it's a sign of controlling behavior. One-sided relationships. If the relationship is consistently one-sided, where one person's needs and desires are prioritized over the others, it can be toxic. Constant drama, lack of accountability, repeated broken promises, undermining your confidence, unhealthy competition, and emotional or physical abuse.
I understand. I think it's time to have an honest conversation. Sarah, it's time to have an honest conversation.
Thank you, Lord. I have been waiting for this moment.
Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can we talk for a moment? I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed, and I think we need to address some things.
Of course, love. What's on your mind?
Well, I've noticed that we've been arguing more than usual, and it's been making me feel disconnected. I want us to be on the same page and understand each other better.
I've felt that too. I don't want us to keep having these disagreements. What specifically has been bothering you?
It's a few things, really. Lately, I've been feeling like our communication has been off. I don't always feel heard or understood, and that's been frustrating for me.
I'm sorry if I've made you feel that way. I don't want you to feel neglected. Can you give me some examples so I can understand better?
Well, there have been times when I've tried to share my thoughts or concerns, and I felt like you weren't really listening. Like that time when I brought up the issue with the household chores, and I felt dismissed.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry if it seemed like I wasn't listening. It wasn't my intention to dismiss your feelings. Can we talk about that specific situation and figure out what happened?
I appreciate that. I think we both need to work on our communication. Maybe we can establish a better way to express our needs without making the other person feel attacked.
That sounds like a good idea. I want us to be a team and support each other. If there is a better way for us to communicate, I'm all for it.
Thank you for understanding. Another thing is, I've noticed we've been arguing about money more frequently. I think we should sit down and go over our budget together to make sure we're both on the same page.
You're right. Money has been a stressful topic, and I want us to be on solid ground with our finances. Let's set aside some time to go through our budget and maybe come up with a plan to manage our expenses better.
That would be great. I just want us to be on the same page and support each other. I love you, and I know we can work through these things together.
I love you too. I appreciate you bringing these concerns to my attention. Let's make an effort to be more understanding and patient with each other. We're a team, and I want us to be a strong one.